Hi guys, Monica here. Welcome to How to Hold Your Bow Part 2. So last video we looked at holding our bow using a pencil, and if you remember, we did some wrist circles, we did some arm extensions, trying to trace a line with our pencil, and then we also tried at the very end the last exercise of straightening the fingers, bending the fingers, straightening the fingers, bending the fingers. So now that you've mastered that using a pencil, what we're going to do today is we're actually going to hold our bow. So here I have my bow, and as you can see, I'm actually holding the bow from the stick with my left hand. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same bow hold that I had with the pencil, and I'm going to place this on the bow like so. So let me break it down for you. So the first thing I want to make sure is that my thumb is bent and that my thumb is pointing upwards towards the ceiling. You will see that the tip of the fingertip of the thumb will just sit here underneath the stick of the bow over here, sort of where at the start of that black bit is. Okay, then what I'm going to do is my two middle fingers, so my middle finger will wrap around and meet the thumb, and what you're looking for here is this joint to line up with the bow. My ring finger will cover this dot here on the bow. Okay, my index finger is going to line up sort of in between the black and silver part, again making sure that the knuckle is in line with the bow, and then the pinky is going to sit on top on the stick there. So that's our bow hold. If I turn the bow around this way, you will see that there's a circle here between the middle finger and the thumb, and if I flip my hand over, I'll flip it this way, you'll see that the thumb is bent, and that the part of so sort of this part of the thumb is actually touching the hair of the bow a little bit there, and that's okay. So when we start with the bow, that's basically how we hold the bow. So the first thing that I would like you to do today is we're going to do what's called the windscreen wiper. So we're going to just do this with our bow. So you're going to tilt the bow, and the goal here is to keep all your fingers in the same spot. Okay, and we're going to do that 5 times. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so make sure when you return your bow that you're holding the bow hold as such. Okay, the next exercise we're going to try is we're going to make a big circle with our arms. So we're going to circle the bow like this, and we're going to go, let's go, first of all, let's go anti-clockwise first. So 1, 2, big circles, 3, 4, and 5. Return the bow, make sure your fingers are still in the same spot, and now we're going to do clockwise the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and make sure that we return the bow back to the original bow hold. Okay, the exercise I'm going to get you to do is to do a figure of 8. So we're going to go down, curve around and up, and down, and around, and down, and around, and one more time, down, and around. Okay, and then we're going to return the fingers back to our original spot. My fourth exercise for you is we're going to hold the bow like here, again with our fingers in the right place, and we're going to just move our arm down towards the floor, so down, and then up towards the ceiling, up, down, and up. Let's do 3 more times. Down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. One more time. Down, and up, and bring it back down, and see if your bow hold is in the correct spot. So making sure that these fingers are wrapping around the frog, that the thumb is bent like so, and that the pinky is sitting on top. Okay, the last exercise is the spider crawling up the wall. So what we're going to do, I'm going to actually put my left hand behind my back for this, and I'm just going to let the fingers crawl up the bow, and we're going to do this all the way to the top of the bow, So you can see I'm crawling my fingers all the way up, and now I'm going to come back the other way. So I'm going to crawl my fingers down the bow, like so. And when I get to the frog of the bow, I'm going to get my fingers back into my bow hold. Okay, so you can try that another 2 more times, and if you want, let's try that another 2 more times. So let's crawl our fingers all the way to the top, and once you're at the top, let's go all the way back down. Okay, and the third one now, and this time we're going to have a race. Ready? So get your bow hold in the right place first. On your marks, ready, set, go. So crawl your fingers all the way to the top, and once you're at the top, come back down again. That's it. Keep going, keep going. You can do it. You're almost there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then return your fingers back to the frog and into your bow hold. So there you have it. That is how we hold our bow. So if you remember the 5 exercises, let's go through them again. The first one is the windscreen wiper. The second one is to do big circles in either direction. The third one was the figure of 8. The fourth one was the down, up exercise. And the fifth one was crawling your fingers along the bow. Now I want to give you one extra bonus exercise. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to rest your bow, the tip of your bow on your right shoulder. And you might need to get maybe mum or dad to help you with this one. But what I'd like you to do is for someone to hold the bow and for you to trace your fingers up the stick like so and back down again. And trace the bow with your fingers and back down again. Trace the bow with your fingers and back down again. So if you notice that as I sort of move towards the tip of the bow, my wrist sort of goes in the direction that I'm moving in. And then as I come down, the wrist follows the direction of the bow. And this is a similar hand movement that we have when we bow on the string. So you'll see the wrist leads towards the tip on the way up, and on the way down, the wrist sort of pushes away out. So up and down. Okay, so that's a bonus exercise as well. So there you have it. So those are 6 exercises on how to master your bow hold. And I'd like to thank you for watching and see you next time. Have a good one.